The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Chiefs at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC. 52 yards.
Hey, partner, I don't mean to wax philosophic, but when chaos is going out all around him, there's no one in the NFL who can keep it together and make something happen quite like Patrick Mahomes. Another huge throw, another huge gain.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Once more, it's Pacheco. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff running right, Garendo.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Garendo.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. 7 now as they kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall
from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Hey, we got 19 Lions. Check 50. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a play fake here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
2 yards is the pickup, and that'll be good for a KC first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On third down, it's Pacheco.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Third and 2. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to Whitaker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and now in that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And Xavier Worthy.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall
With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the, oh no, he lost the football.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Adetomiwa Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Extra point try now for Moody.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday night has been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Mahomes will throw.
Rolling to his right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here's Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be... And hit behind the line. He lost lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it won't matter. The 7 is as close as they're going to get, and this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people